Hi guys, it's Evan. Happy Tuesday. Today I'm going to be filming two videos. One is my December Q&A, which is this video here, and the other one is going to be a really quick chit chat. So let's just get started. I do have several questions here, so if you don't see your question here being answered, then don't worry. I did take note of it and I will be answering it in a future video. So let's just get started. I have them all written down here as usual. Alright, so also if I mispronounce any of your guys' names or screen names, I do apologize in advance. So, number one, As Could We Alfward 2 asks, what kind of music do you listen to and do you like to travel? So to answer your first question, I first of all love music. I primarily listen to heavy metal music, specifically metalcore, like in this moment and Motionless in White. I also really love Slipknot, Lamb of God, The Pretty Reckless, Godsmack, so things like that. And also, do you like to travel? I love to travel. I actually have a lot of vacations planned for this spring and this upcoming summer that I'm really excited about. So yeah. Myra Stemlin-Oyer asks, how old are you and what faith of Wicca are you? I am 24. I will be 25 in June, and I am an eclectic Wiccan witch. Hey, it's Piper asks a few questions. Excuse me, number one. How would you heal a relationship that was once romantic? And two, how do you heal from negative words, actions, and verbal abuse? Okay, so let's just prepare ourselves. The first thing I wanted to really kind of point out is it's never okay to be in any kind of relationship that's verbally abusive or mentally or emotionally abusive ever. More often than not, and this is my experience working in the psychology field, for those of you that don't know, I do have a degree in psychology. Typically, the cycle of abuse begins with verbal and emotional abuse, which then will, more often than not, 9 out of 10 times turn physically violent. With that being said, magically speaking, how would you heal a relationship that was once romantic? It really depends if you're still with this person. If you are still with this person, first of all, I really recommend you not be with this person because, as I said, more often than not, the cycle of abuse, it will definitely turn physical at one point or another. So I don't recommend you be with that person. Now, if you're not with that person, or say you are still with that person and that person has, sought a lot of counseling, and if you choose to be with that person, because it's everybody's own choice, it's your own prerogative, you can love who you love and you can be with who you want to be with. So if you choose to be with that person, I would say the best way to heal a relationship is definitely, like I said, counseling, couples therapy, but magically speaking, I would more so do a self-healing spell, which is part 2 of your question of how do you heal from negative words, actions, and verbal abuse. I would definitely cleanse myself. I'd meditate. I would definitely find myself spiritually. I'd ask my deities for guidance. It is a really sensitive subject for a lot of people. Myself included, I am a survivor of domestic abuse. That was really horrible. And so from one woman to the next woman, I would definitely say, don't be with that person if you are. Secondly, magically healing, I would cleanse yourself, take a nice warm hot bath or shower, meditate, and then come to your altar or your little magical working space, light a candle, ask your deities to help you, even smudge yourself, smudge your house, cleanse your house with sage, to get all those negative feelings and those kind of, residual kind of energies and things like that away and out. That's what I would do magically. Bottom line, it's never okay to abuse anybody, no matter what type of abuse it is. And I definitely recommend you seek help if any of you are in a domestic relationship that's gone sour. Okay, so Devin McCauley asks, is it okay to use other deities from other religions? For example, he said, i.e. Hinduism. Part 2 is, since some cultures have a stigma with practicing Wicca or witchcraft, is it insulting to use Ganesh as a patron god to Hinduism by associating it with paganism, Wicca, or witchcraft? In my personal opinion, no, I do not find that insulting, simply because as a Wiccan witch, there are, Christians who do also incorporate witchcraft or Wicca into their spirituality. I personally find that flattering, that you don't feel confined to one religion, that you feel eclectic to where you can respectfully choose your own patron god or goddess. And so to me personally, I don't think it's insulting. Then again, I think this kind of deserves its own video where I should do a lot of in-depth research so I can actually give you a really good kind of concrete answer, because since I'm not into Hinduism or Buddhism or anything of that nature, I don't really know if somebody who does practice those things finds it insulting. I think it'd be a great separate video so I can have a bunch of different, types of discussion in the comments. So once I get more information, I'd say concrete information, i.e. friends that are, into Buddhist, or my friends that are Buddhist, or my friends that are into Hinduism or any other religion for that matter, I will definitely ask them, and I also will seek out some resources as well. Skyra Lupin asks, what advice would you give teens who want to practice the craft or Wicca, but their parents have different beliefs? In my opinion, first of all, it really depends on your family. First of all, if you have a more liberal kind of family, a more family that you can kind of bullshit around with and kind of be open with, I personally wouldn't disclose it unless they asked. If you guys were just chilling one day and they're like, are you religious? Do you have a religion? Are you spiritual? And then bring it up. But if you have a really liberal family and they don't bring it up, and it's just kind of whoever wants to do whoever, religiously speaking, I wouldn't disclose it. Now, if you have a more close-knit kind of conservative family, I would sit them down and say, hey, I respect your religious beliefs, but I personally don't feel that way about them. I personally am not spiritually connected to that religion or to that deity. I'm more into, say, Wicca, and kind of explain to them what it is, how it's not the way Hollywood and other sources mostly portray it. And just really kind of explain to them, give them a lot of evidence, and just kind of tell them, this is really where my heart is, where my mind is. This is for me. And hopefully they will respect that. And if not, do what's right for you. Okay. So, Shadow Sun asks, what is your favorite divination tool, or method? I love tarot cards and my runes. What's your favorite type of magic and why? I love to do healing magic because it's so satisfying to me to know that I can help somebody who did ask for my help, kind of heal them from a situation or from an illness. It's not that I'm necessarily like, I can cure you, but I can kind of help you mentally kind of, prepare, cleanse your aura, cleanse yourself to kind of take on whatever situation you are in a positive way. So that's why I like to do healing, and I also do healing magic the most. A lot of my friends and family ask me to do healing spells for them. So that is the answer to that. And advice on spellcrafting and first-time spellcrafting. As we all know, spellcrafting is largely in part due to your intention. It doesn't really matter about the object the objects that you are using, as much as it matters about your intention, why you're doing the spell, the purpose and all of that. Now, I do recommend cleansing your working space or wherever you plan to write your spell. So when you put that intention on paper, it's with that intention. It's not with thoughts from the morning. It's not from, oh, I was pissed off last night because of this. You kind of put yourself in the mood to sit down and to, craft a spell that truly means something and that you can really kind of back up. So that's my advice for spell crafting. And lastly, Rosie Shell asks, do you have pets? I do. I have a bossband named Louie, and I have 3 cats named Helios, Hydra, and Aryn. She also asks, why did you shave your head? I actually had my undercut shaved for about 10 years now because my hair is really thick, really, really thick, like weave thick, excuse me, and it's really, really curly. So if I don't do my hair, it's really curly, and it's like Shirley Temple ringlets. So I shaved it. Now, I did the side shave here because I really, really liked the way it looked, and I kind of contemplated doing it for quite some time, but I was like, I already have an undercut, and that's a whole lot of hair to be gone. That's like 2/3 of my head. But I said, to hell with it, YOLO, who cares? But I actually really do like it. I kind of, whenever I brush my hair over, like the patch, if I side part it, it feels really weird to have hair there. So when it does grow out, it's going to be quite the experience. So yeah. And also, can we get an update on your sister's health, please? Absolutely. Today is December 29th. It is a Tuesday, and Wolf is currently in surgery getting her thyroid removed. She was diagnosed with severe Hashimoto Graves disease. And her and I actually plan to do a complete video all about this, her diagnosis, how she found out she had it, treatment plans, why she had it removed, what the disease is, because a lot of people think thyroid disease is for elderly people, and Wolf is only 26. So we wanted to do a video kind of talking to you guys and showing you guys symptoms before and afters of her surgery, because your thyroid is right here, okay? And it's a butterfly shaped organ. It's actually a gland, and it controls your hormones. But like I said, we will be doing a separate video more about that, because this disease, Graves' disease specifically, is extremely deadly. She actually almost died from this disease, so that is why she's having an emergency surgery to have it removed. So, but when she is healed, we will be doing a huge video about it, just to help any of you guys out. If any of you have these symptoms, if anybody you know has these symptoms, hopefully that video will help you. But that is it. We are at 11.5 minutes right now for this video, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. As I said in the beginning of the video, if you didn't see your question, if I didn't answer it, it's because I did save it for next month's Q&A, because I kind of had the feeling this video is going to be a little long, but bear with me. Anyway, I have another video I'm going to be posting today, which is going to be all about like New Year's like resolutions. It's just going to be like a chit chat about it. So, anyway. Oh yeah, also for those of you wondering, I am getting over this cold. That's why I'm getting like a little winded, because it is like an upper respiratory head cold sinus thing. So that's why I'm like all the time, because fuck being sick. I'm just going to say that. Fuck being sick. And I don't really get sick very often, but when I do, it's bad. Anyway, I wish you all lots of light, love, and blessings, and I will see you later. Bye.